Okay, we're here in the central square of Chernivtsi. It's Saturday and it's pretty quiet, except there is a farmer's market here today, which is really cool. So let's go see what they're selling. I think they're already getting ready for the Fall Harvest Festival. We got the honey and lavender and cake. Oh, look at the little cakes. Wow, they look good. Ooh. Tea, chai. Oh my gosh, more. Looks like cake. Ooh, pancakes. Ooh, hi. It looks so good. And here's the harvest decoration. Apples, berries. They're making a soup, I think. Or what is that? I don't know. Maybe it's a hot wine. And the city hall. And over here we have jams and honey. There's some music, gonna come music. Oh my God, there's more cake. Look at all that cake. Oh my God, I'm gonna get so fat here in Chavenzi. Oh my gosh. Provided by the European Union. All right. Look at the honeybees. Oh. So promoting natural products, which is really wonderful. All right. Can hardly wait for the music. So these are honeybee hives in the shape of a face. And there's the bees making their honey. Isn't that cool? That is so cool. And I remember my dad used to have this, put the honeycomb in and get the honey out of the honeycomb. So it is the flag of the honeybee keepers of Bukovina. How cool is this? Very nice. It's the honey festival. So we're at the beginning of Ola Kobalyanska Street. She was a famous writer that lived here in Chavenzi. And this is the most beautiful street in the city, pedestrian. And they have lots of cafes and bars and restaurants. And they have a famous candy shop here where they made a castle all out of candy. Wow. So, but most of the people, they go to the big shopping centers outside of the city now. It's here more for socializing, but they do have a very nice Italian fashion store here. So I do not think I'll be going there. And here's a very famous Ukrainian restaurant, which I haven't tried yet, but I think I will this week. And they have jewelry store, and they have a steakhouse, and a very fancy restaurant here. But, so, that's why they call this Little Vienna. All the empire architecture when it used to be part of the Austrian Empire. So this bar is really new and popular, hipster bar. Which we'll get a drink later. Here's a really yummy bakery, makes croissants, pain au chocolat, and other French pastries. There's the Cafe Bucuresti. This is a cultural exchange between Romania and Ukraine, but they're closed because of COVID. And there's many Indian medical students. Namaste, namaste. So I love to see all these students learning to be doctors. And there's the Kino, the cinema, the small one. And so far my favorite restaurant, Gorno, which I had my portion. And they have really good big pizzas. Here's a bridal shop. So if you want to get married in Ukraine, you got to buy a Ukrainian wedding dress. And the newest craze are these candy stores. So all this candy, which by the weight, so you pick and choose with plastic gloves your candy. And you can make yourself sick on candy. But I love the rainbow theme. So Saturday is very relaxed. Many people don't work on Saturday here, so they're with their family, strolling along. So this is new since I was here last. An Italian restaurant that makes fresh pasta, and they have even olive trees, which they have outside. But I'm sure when winter comes, they're gonna have to move the olive trees. Sta bene. Oh. But what's so cool is that all these buildings, they have in the back courtyards. And in the courtyards are apartments where people live. We saw this in Romania too, very cool. And they keep little gardens. So very 19th century, just like it was over 150 years ago. So it makes city living really nice. Another candy store. The Golden Fish candy store. Ukrainian baby. So the beginning of fall, we still have the vines that have grown over summer, decorating balconies. So lovely. And this old building needs a paint job, but it's really lovely. Chavenzi, so beautiful. Gusto coffee is really good. I like that coffee shop. Bookstores. And oh, here's one of my favorite places. The cherry wine place. I think we're gonna get a cherry wine. Dobry dzień. Cherry wine.
Okay.
Yes.
Here or to go?
For here. It's so famous.
One?
One, please.
100, 150.
Oh, just 100. 100. That's enough.
Okay.
It's still early. I can't get drunk yet.
It's 42.
32.
No, 40.
40.
42.
With the cherries. Oh, look at that. That is so good. I love this cherry wine.
And
Okay.
below.
Do you need
Maybe you want
you need
snacks?
two?
Two, okay.
Yeah. There. Two.
Or maybe card.
Huh?
maybe card.
Oh, you don't have cash? Oh.
Yeah, we don't have cash.
Oh my God.
Morning.
Okay. So this is the local history museum of the region of Bukovina. And this is where people get married. It's so nice to see weddings. Wow, oh wow. That is something else. Woo! Funny socialist building here. Bookstore, another falling apart socialist building. Maybe not so, maybe it was pre-war. It could have been from the 30s. Yeah, I think it is modern. And then the cathedral is back there. So looking forward to hearing the beautiful choir that sings there at the Orthodox Cathedral. So let's check out the bookstore. Okay, so we're at the Central Market and they have bread and a lot of fresh mushrooms. So we're gonna look at the stalls. Fresh vegetables that are really nice, organic. And we have chicken. We bought a cooked chicken. Oh, there's cookies. Avocados. They have everything here. And oh, the melons, probably from Turkey. They look good. The garlic, chestnut. Fresh lettuce, beautiful lettuce, wow. And the grains, lots of different kinds of grains. And then they have the meat market up here with pork and beef, wow. Fresh eggs, which are really delicious. Oh my gosh, there's so much to choose from here. Yaku. And so many different kinds of eggs. I never knew there were so many kinds of eggs. Oh, the pumpkins are back. We gotta make a pumpkin pie. Pumpkin. Oh, wow. Delicious. Oh. And the apples here are so good. Oh my gosh. They're very sweet. So this is our central market in Chavenzi. Oh my gosh, avocados. Okay. So after a week of gray skies, well, guess what? We have beautiful, beautiful blue skies, and everything's so bright. So this is the Philharmonic Square, and the old Bristol Hotel, where many famous people stayed, is now housing for medical students. Lucky them. And this is the Philharmonic Hall, where Franz Liszt played and many other famous people. The birds here are very well fed. So let's explore Chavenzi with this beautiful weather today. So much to see. So here in Chavenzi, they still have really amazing old school bus that run on electricity, and it's so interesting to see these old vehicles still running. But yeah, one day they'll upgrade, I think, but right now they make do with this old school. So this large building here is the old main synagogue that after World War II was turned into a cinema. And it's a really nice cinema, big screen, but it's kind of sad that again they lost the old synagogue. So this is the main transit point in the city where you catch buses, and this building, which was built after the war, Soviet-style architecture, has in the basement a restaurant and nightclub, and on the ground floor is a nice supermarket where I go shopping. So we're coming on to the theater square, which is really one of the most loveliest spots in the city, because they have a bakery here, ooh, with all those cakes, and a croissant place that makes fresh croissants, and my favorite cafeteria, which has very inexpensive, good Ukrainian food, and they have the little dwarfs, gnomes there. So here we are. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful theater. And the garden in front. Beautiful. So it was all built during the Austrian-Hungarian Empire, and it was called Chernivtsi in German, and the Austrian Vienna style architecture. And the street dogs are taking a nap. Oh, little doggy. Oh. And they have these beautiful pine trees. For us Americans, of course, we call them Christmas trees, but beautiful blue pine. And another glory of architecture here in the city is a Jewish house built in 1908, and for the Jewish community. It is now a main performing arts school. They have a theater inside, which is really cool, and they have a small Jewish museum, the Jewish history of Bukovina. But it's really a beautiful, beautiful building, as all these buildings are. So I'm here at my favorite cafe called the Mary Bee, and very nice couple who run this cafe, and they make really good cake, and barista really primo barista. So it's a really beautiful day today in Chernivtsi. They have very cool display of apples because it's apple season. Look at that cake. Yum. Okay, we're here at the town square. That's the city hall of Chavenzi, and it's a beautiful day. I had a nice cake and coffee, so it's very interesting to see the city in such color now because it was so gray the previous week. So in the tower of the city hall, there is a tradition of a trumpeter at noon coming out to play. So we're waiting for that trumpeter to come out any second now. In the meantime, it's very interesting that they were replacing the roof over here, and the roof timbers were over 200 years old. It's just so much history here. And all these courtyards. Every nook and cranny of Chernivtsi is just so full of history. Here we go. Here comes the trumpeter. So cool. He does it to every 4 corners, east, west, south, and north. All right, so this is Americana School of English, Kobylanska Street, and it's a beautiful, beautiful day. And there's a nice cafe right in front with lots of delicious cakes. And the Cathedral of the Orthodox Cathedral, where they sing so beautifully. Picture perfect day today. So there's a Don Quixote. I don't know why they have Don Quixote here, but it is, I guess, because they like literature. A lot of bookstores. It really feels wonderful after a whole week of gray weather to feel the sun on your back, fresh air. It's good to be alive. And here's a lady singing Ukrainian folk songs for change. Chernivtsi Regional Museum of Local Lore. They have a chocolate shop and the cherry wine shop. They used to make strudel, but they gave the strudel up. I guess they weren't selling enough strudel, but there's other places that you can still find strudel here. And this lovely restaurant is Georgian. So we're gonna try a Georgian meal one of these days while we're here. I can smell the barbecue of the steak. Ooh, it smells so good. Grilled on charcoal or wood. I think wood charcoal. It's good. Look at that. It's so beautiful. So they have olive trees out here, but I think they're going to have to move them when it gets too cold. So there's this pub called Vio, which means horse in Ukrainian. And it's pretty cute that they have this giant rocking horse. I guess they put your kids up here. So that's one of the newer buses that the city got to replace the old Soviet ones. Yay! It's a pet shop for pet supplies. So this is the Armenian Orthodox Church down here at the bottom. Beautiful, beautiful church. Oh, there's an antique store. Not open today. Little market. Oh, this is new. Fashion. Tropique. Huh. Hair salon. Oh, secondhand shop. Go look in here. So here we are at the Armenian Orthodox Church, and there's a monument here to the anniversary of Armenia, 1596 to 1996, 400 years. I'm not sure what it says, but it's a nice monument. And the holy water, which is interesting, the Orthodox, they have always this source of water that they use here. That's their holy water, like from a well. Cathedral of the Assumption of the Most Holy Mother of God. So a beautiful little park right outside the Armenian church. And a lovely restoration going on. Monument to World War I and World War II. So this is the synagogue that is working here in the Jewish community, the reborn Jewish community, and they have a kosher restaurant. So this building is another one of the jewels of the city. It's just amazing, the detail. But it's so sad again, they don't have the money to renovate, and there's plants growing out of it. But it's such a beautiful building. Wow. Nice balcony. Garden. Oh, that's real old fashioned. The winter garden there with the glass. And the yard. Nice. So this is one of the most scenic views in the city, over the valley into the hillside across, and below is called Turkish Square, and they still have the Turkish fountain when the Ottomans were ruling here 400 years ago, and it's right next to a school. So the kids, it looks like the kids are on lunch break. That's Bukovina, the rolling hills. So soon all those trees will turn golden in the next couple of weeks. And when I came last time, it was November and they were all golden and the leaves were beginning to fall. So we're tail end of summer, beginning of fall, so it's still green. So this place is a really good butcher. They make good sausages here. I remember that. And down here is one of the smaller markets. Not the central market, but a smaller one. And so let's go see what they have to sell today. Apples and peppers. So it's a little market here. Flowers. What else they have? Chicken. Eggs. Cheese. Bread. A fish. Rib. Rib. I have fish. Ooh, look at all the cookies. Dangerous cookies. They're so good. And so many kinds. And chocolate too. Hey, Oh, there's a little kitty. Psst, psst, psst. Meow. Okay, more produce. What else do we need? Eggplant. Cabbage. Oh, the pumpkin. Okay. Beautiful. Those tomatoes look good too. Psst, 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 psst. So this is the memorial to the Jewish ghetto. Like most every city in Eastern Europe, so many people were murdered by the Nazis. Memorial complex built in commemoration of Jewish prisoners of Chernivtsi Ghetto, 1941.